about change. You won't be the same. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you wanna change? You can't stay the same. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. What's really in your heart? Let's talk about change. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. T with T-N. Let us take you by the hand. Conversation, healing. Let's have a change of heart. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. You won't be the same. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you wanna change? You can't stay the same. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. What's really in your heart? Let's talk about change. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. T with T-N. Let us take you by the hand. Conversation, healing. Let's have a change of heart. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. You won't be the same. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change.
Hey y'all.
Hi.
Welcome. How y'all doing?
Welcome, everyone.
We missed you guys.
Yes. Welcome to the Tea and Can Show, where we have some very good conversation and good topics.
Yes. Let us know who's in.
Oh, hey, Donna.
We definitely missed you guys. I know we've been gone for a while, but we have a great topic on tonight to speak about. We're going to be definitely transparent and we're going to have a good time, okay? So make sure you guys chime in. As always, we love you guys' opinions, your thoughts about certain stuff. Even if it's questions, we love just dialoguing with you guys. We are not saying that we're experts, right? But
Yes.
we come from experience, and we may bring some factual things as far as statistics of things that we have found and read that things are true. So
A little bit of experience, not a lot.
not a lot. All right. So we got some viewers. I don't know who's watching.
Hey, Donna. Donna said, welcome back, ladies. Thank you, Donna.
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, so we'll dive in.
Okay.
So the topic tonight, as I stated, is fear, right? So it can be a powerful word. It can sound strong when you say it.
Yes,
it can be something that you don't feel good about talking about or even saying it. It can be something that you do feel good to talk about. So let's talk about it, right?
Yes.
So what is fear, right? So fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat.
Good definition.
So it's an unpleasant emotion.
Unpleasant.
Caused by the belief.
The belief.
So that means something that you're believing in, right?
Yes.
Something that you're focusing on, something that you're stating is true or has some type of truth to it, right? Like you're believing in it in some sense, that someone or something is dangerous. Dangerous is a strong word. Dangerous is something that you normally is taught to stay away from, or, to go navigate around it, right?
Yes.
Likely to cause pain. We know pain does not feel good.
No.
Or a threat. A threat will kind of intimidate you too, right?
Yes.
So
that's a good. Okay, those are good. That's a good definition.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's. It can also come from trauma. Yes, fear can come from trauma. You're right, Donna. It can. You could be traumatized, and the fear is manifested because of the trauma. Yes. Very good, Donna. Yes. Are we going to discuss how fear comes about? I don't know.
We can, but we're going to
go to this right here.
Emotion is another word that can be thought of when you think of the word fear. Right?
Right.
So emotion is what is
indistinctive or intuitive feeling as distinguished from reasoning or knowledge. So we have emotions. We have emotions as humans, such as sadness, happiness, maybe mediocre, or those are emotions that we normally have. Fear per se is an emotion, but again, it's initiated through maybe a circumstance or situation or trauma or something like that. Okay, so that's kind of like trying to give you a clear, maybe some type of clearness about what emotion is. Okay.
And the other word that was in the definition was dangerous, right? I'm sorry, belief. Let's go there first. Belief, an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists, right? So when you believe in something, you're accepting that that statement is true and that it exists. Like it's something that, we feel is factual, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The other word is dangerous that was in that definition of fear. Dangerous, able or likely to cause harm or injury.
That's a strong word, dangerous.
That's strong,
hey,
right?
Jewel. How you doing, Jewel? So yes, dangerous is a very powerful word, and that is fear encompasses that feeling of danger. So and then the next one is a threat.
Yes.
I'm gonna well, before we do threat, did I do pain? No, we didn't look up pain. But threat is a statement of an intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or other hostile action on someone in retribution for something done or not done.
Okay.
So I can threaten you to do bodily harm or some type of injury or some type of infliction of pain on you because of something I believe you did or did not do. So I'll threaten you.
Okay.
Okay.
So as we gave the topic, which is fear, and we broke down that definition and those words that pretty much generate that word of fear, right? So can we ask you a question? What comes to mind when you think of these words that we stated? So we said emotion, we said dangerous, we said threat, we said pain, we said
that's basically
belief, like believing it's true, like in that it exists. What comes to mind?
Unpleasant.
And pain. What comes to mind when you think of those words?
With me, your name on it.
Yeah, you can read off your live. You got people actually on yours.
I got
my live a little dry.
Jules, my cousin, and Donna. Hey, you guys! Thanks for coming on. Yeah, that's something to marinate on. So, what comes to mind when I think about those words? When I think about this definition or fear? I forgot the question you asked.
Oh, sorry, y'all. What comes to mind when you think of the word So we said the topic was fear, and we broke down the definition of fear, right?
Correct,
And
correct.
all these words is in the definition of fear,
Right.
which is an unpleasant emotion
Right.
caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat.
yes.
So I'll just answer the question, right?
Yay.
Because we still struggling.
Listen, don't come for me
Okay.
tonight. Do
We
you
gonna have a good
understand?
time tonight
Do
because when
you
I tell you
understand?
we tired,
Yeah, we tired.
we tired, but the best things come out of us when we tired. I'm trying to tell you, we have
That's
a good
right.
time and
We
we
do.
just be talking. So anywho,
Yes.
so when I think of those things and the word fear, to me, it's very strong, as I stated. It's something that is not comfortable. It's something that I might shy away from. It's something that that I may not want to talk about, that I may not want to even address. Something that you kind of put back and far in your mind and let it live and thrive and never discuss it or never attack it. So those are the thoughts that I think about when I think about fear. Hey, Quella.
Hey, Jewel. Jewel said emotions and feelings, they are all types of feelings. Yes, they
Yes.
are. All of them are feelings.
Yes. What do
Thanks for
you
your
think
comments.
about when you hear the word fear?
When I think
or-
about fear, I can only associate it with my life and the things that I have been afraid to do.
Okay.
And they're based on feeling intimidated, comparing
Mhm.
myself to other people. There's been a lot of things that I shouldn't say a lot, but there have been a few things, critical things that I was afraid to do based on me comparing and, looking at other people and thinking I don't have what it takes to do. So mine was kind of like a feeling emotion that I should not have been having.
Okay.
Right. And I can tell you what some of those things are if you want to know what those things are.
Okay. Quella said fear can be defined in many different ways. This is true. Fear of resentment, fear of judgment, fear of loneliness, all plays a part in personal emotional state. That's good.
That's good, Quella.
That's good. That's very good.
And that's how I can relate that to me. That fear is just one of those things that I had that I operated out in certain areas of my life.
Mhm.
And it kept me from doing a lot of things.
Your other question that you have here is, what feelings are you experiencing?
When you're fearful about doing something, or
You asking yourself because you wrote that. That was your question.
look, yeah, I knew she was gonna come for me tonight. I just felt it, right?
Woo!
I just felt that
So
she was gonna come for
What
me.
was you saying when you said that?
I said, that's because you told me to write the question down. You told me to
Okay.
write the question down. But let me read it.
Read.
I always got something to say. What comes to mind when you think of these words? What feelings are you experiencing? So I already said what comes to mind, but feelings that I experience when I think of fear, I feel I'm feeling intimidated, kind of frozen, like inhibited, things like that. Stagnated. Yeah.
Yeah, in other words, stuck.
Right. Yeah.
Really don't know.
Don't use my words.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Define your
Really,
words.
when the feelings that I experience is you really stuck. You don't have the language for it, or you may not know how to explain it. You just stagnating, you're stuck, to me.
Yeah. Jewel said a fear could be also something that's unknown and scared to do. Exactly.
Yes.
We got that.
Yes.
Jewel in our notes.
So we're just going to keep moving. Just because these words sound negative does not mean that these words are not good for you, right?
Right.
So we said.
So we were, before we go into that, we needed to talk about, because Jewel had named some stuff that what do fear do, and you asked me what do fear do. So I got some of those. I got some more words right here about what fear does. So it paralyzes you. It stagnates you. It's.
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Candace. It paralyzes you. It stagnates you. It spreads doubt and unbelief. It assists assists you in making excuses. It validates your excuse making. That's what it does. It makes you procrastinate. Sometimes it'll allow you, or it'll generate or manifest you to blame other people. It will prolong and delay your life as far as maturity, growth, experiences, because fear just holds you and paralyzes you and keeps you in one place because you're too afraid to go out beyond that, beyond the fear.
Yes.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, because you kind
Okay.
of skipped this.
Okay, no, I just wanted to go back. So have anybody ever experienced doing something that and the fear was attached to it? Has anybody ever had fear, was trying to do something, but the fear was attached to it, meaning you were trying to do it, but you were fearful?
Yeah, I'll say
Donna
that.
said, y'all so cute.
Thank you. Yes, I would say yes.
Oh, Donna said low self-esteem. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. We can be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. You got another one?
Another yes. Another yes.
Listen.
Yes.
So I think what we're trying to say is fear makes you it paralyzes you, and it freezes you in whatever place you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a good example of that would be you're trying to, let me speak for someone that I've been working on, trying to lose weight. And you've been using all kinds of methods, and then you decide to really stick to it and be consistent in it. But it's still that fear that you're not going to accomplish your goal, because and it makes you feel uncomfortable because it's a place of uncertainty, and you don't know what's going to happen. So you tend to gravitate back and not try again because you just fearful that you're going to fail.
Absolutely.
So people are fearful for several reasons, and I think that was what.
Yeah, I think we were going to give like some examples, right? So I'll give several. And I don't know, it just popped in my mind, right?
Go ahead.
So when I was younger, I was really, really, really fearful of singing, right? I don't know why. I can do it in the house. I can do it with my mom. Like I made a post about this and everything. My mom taught me how to stay on my note because, baby, I would be on every note. You know what I'm saying? So she taught me how to do that and, kind of helping to cultivate me. But when I sung, well, first, let me get to, I would never sing in front of people, right?
Yeah.
No, I can do it. I have the ability to do it, but just something I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get over the thought, not even knowing if I did it, what would happen. Like, I didn't think that, I could possibly not do well. I don't know what the actual thought was, but I was just so fearful not to do it. Right. So then I just told myself, I'll do it. You have encouragement all around. Girl, you can sing. Girl, you sing. Go ahead and do it. So as I began to do it, I did still do it being fearful, but I did it and it was great results, even though my throat to me would be shaking, after I got through passing and, going through that and still singing. My legs started to go numb after, the throat. I would get over the throat thing. So it was a mental thing of me just conquering and doing something that I was so fearful of, right? I'm saying that all to say I was fearful and don't even know why, right? It was something that I couldn't even have a conversation about. Like my mom would ask me, what you scared of? What do you think would happen? So that was an example.
Yeah, and that's a good example. I love that. Jules said a fear could also be not being positive of something you want to do. Yes. Mm-hmm. So in that, I think when we talk about what fear, why we are fearful, is because we're fearful of the unknown. We're not certain of it. We feel like we're going to fail, which is the reason why we won't do something. The fear, this is what fear will make you do. sometimes it'll have you to self-evaluate your abilities negatively.
What is your example?
My example,
Because I have another one. Like, give one.
well, you go
back
ahead.
then. No, give one
But
when you were younger, and then I will give one present day. You get what I'm saying?
I was fearful of being social.
Okay.
I was not a very sociable person, a young teenager in high school, even though I really wanted to be in some of the social groups and a part of the extracurricular activities. I was so withdrawn because I was fearful of getting to know other people my age in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to gravitate towards my books until I finally was able to make 1 or 2, 3 friends. But I found myself going outside of myself and just going ahead and making friends. And I wound up having about 3 or 4 or 5 good friends.
That's good.
Yeah. And but it took a lot for me. I didn't get those friends until I was a senior.
So was the thought that you
Hey, Clinton.
didn't have a great personality, or was the thought that they would not be receptive to you?
I thought that, well, for one thing, I had low self-esteem.
Got it.
So I didn't think that I looked or was cute or as pretty as some of the other girls, and that some of the other boys didn't like me, because I was tall, and they like short girls, and
you talking about girlfriend? I thought you just said
I'm talking about.
You talking about all friends.
I'm talking about all friends. I was trying not to go there. I'm talking about all friends.
I get you.
Oh, that's right. Clinton was in high school with me. So
okay, Clinton, what you thought? No, I'm joking.
No, ask Clinton now. But Clinton was in one of my classes with me.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and was it in high school? No, it was in grammar school. He's a grammar school person.
Okay.
We're friends. So yeah, that's that. But it took a lot for me to try to come out of myself to make friends. But I finally did during my senior year.
That's good.
So you want to come to a current one?
Sure.
Okay.
So a current, I'm going to say, I don't even want to call it a fear. We'll just say past fear or something. I want to get,
you don't want to
I want to get a handle on it,
Right.
But I'll just call it what it is. A present fear is I have some tests that I need to take, right? And I have to take 3 tests. The test is probably over 300 and something questions.
Yeah.
It's a 3-part test.
Yeah.
It has some writing portions to it. And the fear of, I know this one, not doing well, right? Because you hear people, the negativity about it. People have taken these tests and have failed once or twice, maybe got it within the 3rd time.
Right.
So I was tricking myself and say that I'm going to study and continue to study until I felt comfortable to take the test. So that's how I didn't call it fear.
Trick yourself.
I was tricking myself and saying, I'm studying until I feel comfortable.
Is it working?
No. Because time, as we know, as we try to sugarcoat it or baby or pacify it, pacify fear, time is passing.
Time is, because that's what fear will make you do. It'll make you procrastinate.
Stagnate.
And if it make you feel stagnated, yes. and you're thinking that you're your math study saying, I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it, but you never get to it.
Never get to it.
Because of the fear of failing and not doing well.
Absolutely.
And I have a good example too.
What you?
I have to take a test too.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
See, it comes from the.
But see, I'm gonna pass.
You are gonna pass.
I'm just hoping I do.
You gonna pass. We gonna pass.
I'm just hoping I do. I gotta study, but I think I should have been studying all along. But I took a break because when you're trying to do other things. But it's still that uncertainty. It's still that fear that I'm not going to do well. But I believe I have to change my thinking.
Absolutely.
And you have to trick yourself and saying, what's the worst thing that'll happen if you don't pass?
You just won't nothing. You can take it again.
You just take it again.
So what we doing?
And I think that's how you have to trick your belief and change your thinking about something that you're struggling in when you have the fear of failure,
Yeah.
and you have that fear of the unknown and not being sure, or you have the fear of being uncomfortable. A lot of times we won't do anything different because we feel uncomfortable about it, and we don't want to be uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I know another way I trick myself. I just go back and remember if I did well and excel through those classes, why won't I be able to do the same on the test, right?
Exactly.
Because it's just an overview of what you learned in those classes. So that's another way. So we're gonna conquer that.
So when we start thinking about that, is fear really negative?
To me,
is it a negative thing?
It can be a negative and a positive, because it's kind of like it's to me, it's kind of motivation in a way, right?
Because how is fear motivation to you?
Fear can be motivation to me, because if my mind is something in my mind is telling me I can't do something, which is not a good thing for Candace. I love to prove.
She likes challenges.
Stuff wrong. I let me try to see it for myself. So yes, I find it as motivation. Why? Because I want to prove to myself, because it's myself that's telling me that, girl, you ain't got it.
Ain't nobody else telling
me. Nobody else telling me that. Right. Some people don't even know I have to take tests. It's Candace. So I want to prove to me that, Candace, you are intelligent and you're smart, and you're capable of taking that test and doing well and excelling.
That's good. So is fear negative, or was that something positive? Because sometimes it takes something to put pressure on us to get us to move forward.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some of us need pressure. Some of us need a push.
Yeah.
To do the very things that we're very afraid of.
So I say at first it was a negative, but now I'm turning it into a positive for myself.
Yes. Jewel says sometimes fear has to be concord, which means you must challenge your fears. Yes.
You guys can chime in too.
Sanera said a word. Yes. I think sometimes if we take the fear and try to do something with it and not let it keep us in one place, because fear will lock your life, and you'll lose 20 years of your life because of fear, when you were supposed to move, and you were supposed to move forward. You were supposed to do, you were supposed to accomplish, you were supposed to make something happen. But the fear became your jail, your personal jail. It became your personal jail. And you never got the thing done that you're supposed to get done.
This is true.
I could talk about that one.
This is true.
I can preach about that one. Yes, I can.
You think about it. If it makes you, though, want to conquer it, right? Because it has to be something greater or something amazing once you complete that task or whatever it may be, right? Because why is it holding you back so bad from accomplishing if it's nothing but minute and small? I don't want to get to preach.
Now you finna get spiritual.
We said we can possibly get spiritual.
Yes. See, you need to say that again, because that's key. That's key. Say that again one more time. Come on, sister, preach again.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen. Okay, say
Go
it again.
ahead. You say it.
Okay. No, you say it, because I got some comments I want to read.
Read your comments.
Okay. Sierra said, when you let fear keep you immobile, that's when it turns negative. Yes, that's so true. And she said, sheesh. Tina, my cousin, saying, she's just watching. Sierra said, y'all better preach. See, we got some help. Can we get some help? It's time to pass the hat around, the bucket around. Okay, Jewel said, a fear will hold you back. Okay, yes, it will. That's what fear does. And it's almost like fear is working against us for a reason. And it could be spiritual. Okay.
Because it's all your own thoughts.
Though. It's you. It's not anybody putting a gun to your head or twisting
telling you can't do it.
Yeah,
it's that little person inside.
Yep.
Or in your heart and your mind, somewhere inside telling you that you cannot do it. Right.
Yes. So how can we address the fear? How should we address it?
How we should.
To move past it. You gave an example, which is awesome.
What did I say?
You tricked yourself. Believing, and then we said, what's the worst thing that could happen?
So ask that fear some questions, right? Ask yourself some questions. Okay, so what is this thing? What is the thing that is attached, that fear is attached to, right? And then see why is your thinking like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to address the belief.
Yeah.
And however you want to address it, just don't sit idle and don't do anything.
Mhm.
Because that's what fear is for. It's to keep you from moving. It's to keep you from advancing, increasing. So you want to address it however you can address it. Like your way, you just tricked yourself and tricked your thoughts. And then you say the worst thing that can happen. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself.
You do.
Then just say you can. You can do it and try it.
So pretty much we were saying that fear cannot be, it is not only, can be viewed not only negative, but also as a positive, right? So did you say it can make you stronger?
Yes, no, I didn't. Let's go back there.
So it can make you stronger. It can strengthen you, right? It can move you forward. It can encourage growth and development within you, right? It can bring forth some challenges, which we know challenges can be viewed wrong and negative, but challenges are good.
Yes.
Challenges let you know that you are strong, you can endure, and you can handle it, right?
Yes.
It teaches you about yourself. It may teach you, it definitely teaches you about yourself, right?
Yes.
Like maybe I need to come up in this area, or maybe I need to, I'm really good. It'll tell you your strengths and your weaknesses, right?
Yes.
It also can encourage others. Somebody is always looking at somebody.
Somebody is always watching you.
Yes.
My cousin said, Tina, fear is false evidence appearing real.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And that has a spiritual connotation behind it.
Uh-huh.
Because I believe that if we actually look at fear as something being negative, something positive can come out of it if we look at it as it being a jail to keep us in place. That makes me mad when something is keeping me from moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's us.
It's always
us. It's always our thinking.
It's either something we said to somebody that they saying it to you, or I think you maybe be demonstrating something like you're not confident in this area. So other people see that, right?
Yeah.
They can't comment on something that they don't see.
Yeah.
So we need to know what our strengths and our weaknesses are. Well, actually, we need to just know what that fear is, identify it, and ask that fear some questions, right?
Yeah. Just to challenge it.
Yeah.
Saying, why am I fearful of this?
Mm-hmm.
And try to find out, maybe sometimes it's just good to find the root of the fear.
Right.
And say, why am I so afraid of this?
And that's good, because that's what you have. You say how to deal with fear. One, what is it about this thing that you're afraid?
Right.
That's making you afraid.
Why?
Why are you afraid of it? Right.
Why?
You may say because it's unknown and uncertain, which that is a lot of reasons why we fear for a lot of things, because we don't know what it is.
We don't know what to expect.
We don't. Either for ourselves, we may have seen somebody else experience that, but we don't know how it would be for us, right?
Yes.
You don't want to fail.
Yeah,
let's attack this for this.
Woo,
this color skin. We don't like failing.
We don't.
We be scared.
We be scared.
We don't want to move out.
No.
And get our own. We don't want to. I'm sorry.
No,
we don't want to do a lot of things, right? We don't want to start families. We don't want to get a career. We don't want to go to school because we don't want to fail. It's okay, my brown and my almond skin people. It is all right.
Preach,
it is okay. Okay.
Yes, it is okay to make a mistake.
It is.
Because life, you got it down here. This is what you said right here.
Yeah.
Life. Okay. Stay right here. Okay.
She all over the paper. You all over the paper.
But yes, I agree with you. Our colored people, we are so afraid of failing.
Yeah.
And we can't do anything and come out of that place.
Yeah.
Because we feel like if we fail, that's it, that's done.
Yeah.
But it's numerous of people that have made mistakes and had a great comeback.
Yeah, it's
Come
okay.
on, y'all. Let's
okay.
get that frame of mind that you're going to have another comeback.
Right.
Because just because you messed up the first time, you might have messed up the second time, and you might have messed up.
I'm joking. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. But look at failure as a teaching moment, right?
Yes.
Don't just fail and be like, oh, I didn't hit my head. Let me get on back up
Yeah.
and start and do it with the same integrity and strategies and things that you have learned. No, take a moment, evaluate, see what you could have done differently, and attack it from a different angle.
Angle.
So I'm sorry, it's gonna be no 3 times for me.
No, well, some people will take 3
some people
will take
I'm sorry.
3 times.
This
So I had
true.
so you I ain't
Go and be blessed. This is true. If it take 3, 4, that's your journey. That's your story. All right?
Tina said, yes, bondage. Challenge that fear. Yes, challenge the fear. Ask some questions. Ask yourself, because it's okay to have a discussion with yourself and find out why you're thinking the way you're thinking. Why do you have this fear? Where did it come from? What can I do to come against this? Just don't stay there.
And that's good because we said self-evaluation of your abilities. What can you do? What are you good at? What are your weaknesses?
Yes.
What are your strengths?
Yes.
How can you, improve those weak areas? So then they can kind of come up and match your strengths. Evaluate yourself.
Evaluate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you want me to get back? Okay. Okay. Incapable. So a lot of people feel like I'm going to say something. You might not have the same capabilities as someone else, but you are capable to do what you are capable of doing. And that's the problem. That's why I was saying a lot of my fear had came from comparing myself with someone, not realizing that I am created differently even from my daughter. My daughter has her own set of abilities and capabilities, just like I do. And they might not be the same. You got to realize what your capabilities are. And when you realize what your capabilities are, you can come against that fear because you know what you're able to do. And a lot of times, if you have fear in one area, just push and move forward in the area that you're good at. And then a lot of times that will flow over into the area that you're not. So when she was saying you need to know your weaknesses and strengths, and you can always get strong in your weaknesses, you just got to work at it.
Absolutely.
You just got to work at it. And I promise you, life will help you out.
It sure will. Without asking for permission.
Oh, life's gonna help you out a lot.
It sure will.
It's gonna help you out.
It sure will.
Yes. So I think this is where it is good saying that you got it right here. Life is a learning process.
It is.
You got it right here on your paper.
Yeah, but
we said all of that.
No, we did.
Oh, so okay.
Yes. So let's show y'all it was me.
No.
We're joking.
This show, we got our notes written down. We always have notes. But somebody likes to stay in sequence on the notes. She got to go. I don't. It's not okay for her to skip around. But that's okay. I'm a flow
tea all over the place.
I'm a tea. The can like to stay in place. Yeah. Keep in order and organized.
This is true. Okay, so we talked about fear. So let's just take a moment and see what fears, if it's a fear, what fear are you dealing with right now?
Okay.
What fear you have not addressed?
Let's talk about that. That's good.
We didn't talk about ours.
Yep, we didn't talk about ours.
We didn't put ourselves out there. So what fear or fears are you dealing with, or may not be dealing with? But let's address those on tonight. And you don't have to put it down if you don't want to, but identify those for yourself.
The more I trust God, the less I concern myself with fear. Yes.
True.
Yes.
True. Oh, yes. We can preach on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because my thing too, which I didn't say, but helps me to overcome fear. If God presents that opportunity for me, right? If God graced me to do, I'll say what I said, my classes, right? I graduated with honors, right? My other class, I did exceptionally well. I got A's and B's. So if God graced me there, right? Why am I questioning if he's going to give me grace on these tests?
Girl.
Like, I'm sorry, be clear. Why am I so fearful?
Is so good.
And if he told me,
I almost fell out the chair.
I'm going too far. But if he told me,
keep going.
This is what I am. This is who I am. Education. That's my field, right? So why I'm not confident in there if God told me that? That's God.
That's powerful.
He told me.
Yes.
I don't need nobody else to tell me nothing. I don't even need myself to validate it, right? Ooh. So why am I so fearful to make some progression in that area. So
Because
I'm taking those
he
steps.
done already brought you.
He didn't already
Life
said.
is a process.
Listen.
Ooh.
Listen.
See
And
that?
I need to stop playing because y'all know that grace.
Yeah, that grace.
And if he lifted, then
Ugh.
that's my problem. But I gotta move out on it, right?
Yes.
Anybody feel the same way?
Chloe said fear of failure as a parent. That's what she's
Wow,
dealing
that's
with.
a good thing, Chloe.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear of failure as a parent.
Because we said a couple of shows.
You know what?
No manual.
Let me give a little. Can I give a
Sure.
little taste about the fear of failure as a parent?
Absolutely.
So I had fear of parenting
Mm-hmm.
because I, for a certain amount of time, was doing it by myself. But one thing that I realized that because we are imperfect
Mm-hmm.
and our imperfections,
Mm-hmm.
we are not going to be able to do everything right. And you probably could do everything right, but our child is different from us.
Mm-hmm.
And they have different personality and characteristics. They got some of our DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how perfect you try to teach and train your child up, they are still going to make their own decisions. They're still going to make mistakes. They still might do some things that you totally don't agree with. But you as a parent, what makes you a good parent is that you allow them to make the mistakes so they can mature and then allow God to, what I want to say, steer them in the right way, because that's what the Bible says. If you raise up a child, and they will never depart, right? So you allow God to do the rest. You do your part and let God do his part.
Absolutely. And you grace to do it.
You are
God,
grace.
I think if God allowed you to go through that process to even have a child, it's some grace there, right? So I think you'll do well. But thank you for sharing that.
And Tina says it's not a fear, but dealing with my father. It's her father. Yeah. I think again, in these situations where we're talking about the fear that we're dealing with, you do your part. You open up that communication. You communicate. Do what you know to do, and then you let God do the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You never try to play God in people's lives. You let God be God, and you do what you are capable of doing.
Absolutely.
To keep your relationship with your dad open. You do what you're doing to raise your child the best way you know how, and you let God. That's where I think Clinton said, if he believe in God, he ain't got to worry about
Absolutely.
because you have your faith in God, right?
And then I even think when challenges does arise or you feel that you have failed, but you take that time to talk about that,
right,
and even apologize if need be,
right,
make some correction. That's growth too. Your child would always remember, wow, my mom did this, but she did come back and she let me know what I did was not right. You know, so I think as a parent, which I don't know where I'm coming, I guess, but hey, you know, I'm a guardian, you know, but do not be afraid to apologize, to self-correct, you know, because you're not going to get everything right.
You're not. And stop putting that pressure on ourselves about
be perfect in everything.
Being perfect.
We're
God didn't make us like that.
Daily. Strive.
Come on now. It's a daily process. Life is a process. Girl, I like this saying right here. I'm going to have to put this on a t-shirt. Like the last time we said we was gonna put.
You can't.
I'm the problem. Separate yourself
you can't
from
separate
yourself.
yourself from yourself. We got 2 shirts coming out.
We got 2 shirts. Kind of life is a process, and if you the problem, and you can't separate yourself from yourself because you the problem. So after that, that's about it. I don't know what else you want to talk about. This conversation. Anybody else want to talk about or chime in about what fears they're dealing with right now in their life? I'm getting somebody said, Tina said, yes, speak Tanya. I be trying not to preach, you know.
But we knew this topic would kind of dibble and dabble, you know. Dibble and dabble.
Yeah, we're not afraid to talk about any topics. I mean, we just human beings, right? And we just trying to work on our weaknesses and strengthen our strengthen even more our strong parts. You want to work on both. You want to work on both. And that makes us a better person.
And then I even learned sometimes it's not the enemy that's planting those seeds
That's
in your
you.
mind. It's you. And he see a door, so he like, let me go ahead. Oh, you struggle in this area. Let me go ahead and hype it.
magnify this.
Right. It's us in our thinking. As we said our last show, it's our perspective on things,
Yeah,
right?
it's our perspective.
Why we
did
can't think
talk about
positive.
perspective.
Right.
Right.
Why can't we think we can conquer things?
Yeah. It's a lot of our issues is here and here. That's what Change Your Heart is about. We need to change how we feel here, and it'll automatically change our thinking. There's a lot of things that will change my thinking. You know, the Word of God helped me to change my heart and then my thinking. And once my thinking changed, my heart, then my perspective changed. The way I felt about things changed. The way I saw things changed. And so you begin to act different. So that's what you want to do. You want to change your thinking.
Absolutely.
You want to change this.
Mhm.
Once this change, then everything else will
Come in
flow.
alignment.
A lot of times we want everything outside of us to change, but change begins here and then it zooms out. You know, we want our community to change, but your family and your home life got to change. Then your neighborhood change, your neighbor change, then your neighborhood, your community, then your city, and then the nation. It starts with us.
Come on, Tree.
Come on now.
Come on.
See, I'm gonna break this thing down. Can I pass the hat around? I need some money.
Focus.
I got
Focus.
bills to pay.
All right. So
Are we through?
we're gonna put a pin in it for now, and we're gonna move towards our Black excellence on
Black
tonight.
excellence. Wait, can I read this one more?
Sure.
It says, "Preach if it's in you, let it flow." Yeah, you don't know if what you're saying may help someone else. Yes.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
why we
Yeah.
on this young life. Right?
That's why we on this live.
Okay, so we're gonna move to Black excellence,
Black excellence.
right?
Yes.
So the first one, so I've been doing some shopping, as some of you may know, Ken like to shop.
Uh-oh.
I need a little delivery, but I like to buy stuff.
Yes, she
And one thing I
does.
love to do is buy black, right?
Yes.
So our first Black excellence is Latrivia. I know you
Yes.
guys hear her name a lot. That's because she bad. She conquering some fear out here.
She is bad.
She making jingles.
Yes.
Triv is dropping CDs and songs.
She did make our jingle.
She did.
Yeah, that
Triv
that
made
jingle,
our jingle.
the one that you heard before the show. She made that
Triv, what did I say? Triv is a graphic
one.
designer.
Mm-hmm. She did this.
Yes, she did. Right. But tonight last week I brought a shirt, some merchandise from Triv. Go to her site. Her site is www.bytriv.com.
Yes.
It is a nice little crew neck. I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it. But it's really, really cute. It says this is a blouse, but it's really a crew neck sweatshirt. But she have a lot of things. She has hoodies and such. Go on her page,
yes,
and buy black. Okay.
Patronize her, support her.
The next person I purchased something from
is Lakia.
You can go to her site www.lakiaray.com, and I purchased her book, which is called Prayer.
You got
you just saying
I'm
she got
off.
developed. Prayer 1.0. If you go to her page, she did she went live, I want to say it was yesterday, and she talked about the book and what it's all about. Go to her page, to her site, and purchase that book. I'm sure it'll be a blessing. I'm waiting to get it in the mail. I got my order confirmation number. The next person I brought from 3 people this week. Help me.
Help her.
Is Michelle and Mommy .square.site, and this is Letitia Gould. She actually, her official book release is April 5th, 2011, but she wrote a book.
A children's book. Right?
Yes, a children's book, Michelle and Mommy, Loving My Hair. And you know she's a hairdresser, so this should be an awesome book. Awesome. If you don't have any children, just buy the book and bless somebody.
Yeah, bless someone.
Bless someone.
Mm-hmm.
And none of these items were expensive, so I did buy from 3 people.
Support our Black authors.
Also, Jennifer Gardner is on here. We definitely did Black excellence for her for our first show, but we'll do it again since she's here. She made twisted. She made these awesome cups for us. That's okay. She does awesome things. She put logos on mugs, cups, shirts,
anything.
Anything. She probably put it on some shoes if you want to. Go to her page, Jennifer Gardner. I believe her Facebook page is Anything and Everything Printable. If you need confirmation, just go to her regular Facebook page, and I'm sure it'll navigate you to her page. Jennifer, tag your page, your Facebook page, your company page on there.
Onto this, yeah.
So that's it for Black Excellence. Do you have some Black Excellence?
No, I do not.
I guess I've been spending all my money.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna go,
and you've been safe.
I got support. I will support.
I'm joking.
So are we almost to the end of our show?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I do want to let you guys know that there is a way to contact us. You can send us your topics of interest. You can send us any comments or ideas to www.changeofheart100@gmail.com.
Yes, I thought I had it.
I got some.
You didn't do that.
Okay, www.changeofheart100@gmail.com. Please send all of your comments, ideas, topic ideas, or you just want to share something on one of the topics that we've already spoken about. You are most welcome, and we will read it and we can talk about it again. There's no topic that's off the table on Change Your Heart. We want to encourage someone to just share, because we're about changing people's hearts.
Absolutely.
I want to give a tip, a Change of Heart tip today. Listen, fear will not keep you in bondage. It will if you allow it. All you got to do is just challenge the fear and find out where it came from, and then do something about it. Talk to yourself, convince yourself, take notes, plan, strategize, but break out of that prison of fear, because it will keep you where you're at. And before you know it, you have 20, 30 years knocked off of your life, and you haven't accomplished anything because of the fear. Don't let it keep you in bondage. Break free. You have the opportunity and you have the ability to do so. That's your Change of Heart tip.
Right. So pretty much like she said, address the unbelief. Say you can.
Yes.
Just do it anyway.
Yes.
Say to yourself, what's the worst can happen?
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst can happen, right? So start that business.
Start that business.
Write that business plan.
Yes.
Go to that loan officer and tell your story. Do whatever you got to do. Walk in boldness. What else did I say? Go to school.
Yes.
Finish that paper. Go take those tests.
Yes.
Do whatever you desire to do.
Because you can
sing, make that CD.
Yes.
Write that book.
Yes.
Go buy that house.
Design that clothes.
Listen.
There's a lot out here you could do. You have the capacity to do whatever you desire to do.
And if you need somebody to tell you, we telling you. T and Ken is telling you, go be great, go excel, and go be awesome. Do whatever your heart desire, right?
Because you can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
So that's all from us tonight, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part. We definitely miss you guys.
Yes.
So we will see you guys soon.
And
the second week of April.
Yeah. We got a weekend after next.
Yes, we'll post it.
We'll be here.
We're going to come with an awesome topic, as she stated. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, you can do it on the bottom of the page that we posted. You can go to Change of Heart Facebook page.
Change Your Heart Facebook page. You can find us there, and you can ask any questions. You can contact us. We are looking to hear from you.
Absolutely. So good night, you guys.
Good night.
We love you. We see you guys soon. Okay?
See you soon.
Do you wanna change? You can't stay the same. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. What's really in your heart? Let's talk about change. You can't stay the same. No, you can't stay the same. T with T and N. Let us take you by the hand. Conversation, healing. Let's have a change of heart. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. You won't be the same. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. can't stay the same. Tea with tea in hand. Let us take you by the hand. Conversation, healing. Let's have a change of heart. Let's talk about change. Yeah, let's talk about change. You won't be the same. Let's talk about change.